Hey everybody, just a quick reminder, it is November, it is our fall fundraiser for Toys for Tots. For more information on that, click the link above my head, or wait until after the video for more information. Hello everybody, Mac here, welcome back to the show. Go ahead and leave us a like for this one today, because what we have is my Roboskull. This is from Skeletron, is the Red Shadows Roboskull Mark II. This was a Kickstarter-backed project. This was actually the first Kickstarter I have ever backed. And I've been waiting, I want to say 3-4 years at this point. I've been waiting for this guy to come in, and I am really excited that he is here. Now, there is more to my pledge that should be coming in. What is in this box, I believe, is just the vehicle. You can see it right here. This is the box that it's shipped in. I love that it's like this custom box. It has like the caution tape going across it. You have some nice line art of the vehicle inside. And I think that's all that's in here right now. This and the pilot figure. I have more things coming from this Kickstarter, but it's all 6-inch scale figures, and those were the last ones that were getting tooled. They took care of all of like the 3 3/4 and 4-inch figures first to go along with the Roboskull, and they're just not here yet. They should be coming. I think all of the 6-inch, the 1/12 scale stuff is going to be coming next year, January or February. But right now, we have the piece itself, the Roboskull Mark II. Now, I did not get the Kickstarter exclusive that had the yellow line art on it. I got the standard red skull. There's a few things that if I could go back and do different for this project, I would. Namely, one of them being not getting the Kickstarter, the Kickstarter exclusive version of the Roboskull. I didn't realize at the time, being like a Kickstarter newbie, that this was going to go up for sale later. I dropped the ball on a lot of stuff, but I am very, very excited to get this. So let's get this guy open and let's see what we have in here. Now, the Roboskull was actually part of the Red Shadows from the Action Force line when G.I. Joe was Action Force. This was one of the few vehicles that was, there's a lot of tape on this. This was one of the few vehicles for the villains of the line, which I believe was the Red Shadows. I don't know as much about Action Force as I do about G.I. Joe, but this is gonna look so cool. All right, let's get this open. Okay, so we have the main box, and there is a second box on the inside. So the exterior was just a mailer box, and you can see they put these corners on it for protection as well. I love when they do that, kind of like how the HasLabs do. So let's pry these out. Get the box a little bit looser, so maybe we can just take it out. Oh, so long I've been waiting for this. Now, Skeletron has put out some of their 3 3/4 figures, and you've probably seen some videos on those. Oh, come on. It is tight. You've probably seen some videos on those. I didn't order any of the 3 3/4, there we go, or 4-inch figures. The only 4-inch figure I'm getting is the pilot that came with this one. Oh, look at that. Check that out. That was all mangled in there. Nothing wrong with the box. So, yeah, did a real good job of protecting the box. There's another one, too. Might have bent when they put it in there, because I don't see anything damage to the exterior. But I think this is the top. Be very careful, because I don't want to cut into what's inside here. I'm assuming this is going to be in pieces. Oh, does that look cool? It's a box in a box in a box. But look at this box art. Look at that. That's the design of the box. That's not damaged. That's just the design of the box right there. Let me make sure this is all on camera. All right. Let's bring it down a little bit. So this is awesome. This is what I have. This is the Roboskull. It's basically a TIE fighter with a skull. I mean, how can you not love that design? It's got all kinds of guns, all kinds of cannons. I love the Gatling guns and the eye sockets. And then like the big, I believe it's all just laser cannons right here. So this art is fantastic. I believe it's in space because I think that's the Earth and then the moon is back there. So, hey, we have space tech. This is awesome. On the back, we have a look at, I don't think this is everything that's in the box. I think there's some cross-sell here because I don't think I have these. I don't think I got these. I believe I got the pilot, but I don't think I got these drones. Now these drones they released a couple of months ago, earlier in the year actually. Actually towards the beginning of the year, I believe. So people have gotten their 3-pack of drones already. I don't think I'm getting those. I don't think those are going to be in here. This is how it lands. The wings turn down. We have some highlights right here. Evader mode, X-attack mode, articulated jaw. Articulated jaw? I didn't know that. Let's get the light on this thing. I didn't know it had an articulated jaw. Okay, that's going to be awesome. And prisoner transport. I knew about that. You can put Captain Solo in the cargo hold. I don't think you can use that for the 6-inch figures though, because you can swap this out. It has a 2-seater for 4-inch or 3 3/4 and 4-inch pilots, but it also, you can take that out, the 2-seater out, and make it a single-seater fighter for 6-inch pilots, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to get this. And then up top, we have more of the same. Eye missiles, you see how it shows you can swap out the pilots. There's the articulated jaw again. What do we got on the bottom? Nice red line art, or nice red artwork of the skull. And then on the side, we have Red Shadow's Assassin, 3 Skeletron included. I have Skeletron. I didn't think I was getting them. I didn't know they came with it. That's going to be awesome. And then this just looks mean. That just looks freaking mean. So let's get this open. Yeah. Okay. Open it from this end. Yeah, I like that. Open here. It even tells you what end to open on. Nice job, Skeletron. These are going to go up for sale. You'll be able to get these. I think they're going to be more expensive than what I backed on Kickstarter. The only one you're not going to be able to get is the Kickstarter exclusive. Like I said, I'm kind of kicking myself, no pun intended, about that right now. At first, I didn't think I was going to like it, but the more I looked at it, I really do like that Kickstarter exclusive. I like the design of it. I like the coloring. The body and design is the same. Basically, the paint apps are different. The Kickstarter exclusive comes with Go Fast racing stripes, and it looks really cool. They went all out with the packaging. Look at this. Look at this. Can you look at this? Yeah, okay. Let's angle it down a little more. Let's get the top. Is this taped together too? Yeah. I'm just running along the seam. There's little pieces of tape all around the trays here, and I think I got it. Okay, cool, so that flips open. Okay, so here are Skeletron. These are made primarily with 3 3/4 figures in mind, but there's nothing that says you can't use these as little drones for like 6-inch figures. Little infiltration drones right here. There's articulation on every leg. There's a swivel on them. The heads move and rotate. They're just little like recon drones. You can oh, they have little thrusters down there, so you can even pretend that they fly. Oh, that's going to be cool. I already know what I'm going to be doing with these. This is really cool. Just like, look, check out the sculpt work on that head right there. The sculpt, the paint apps. Let me turn a light on so, whoop. That looks fantastic. I love the two-tone painting in the eyes, giving them that glow effect right there. And the red paint apps on here kind of has a weathered look to it, like they've seen some combat already. So that's really cool. What do we got here? Okay, that's just a protective piece. Okay, and we have, okay, there is our Blood Wolf, our pilot. Nice card back, not punched. Bubble card. I'm so excited. I'm at a loss for words, man. You can see his backpack with his Wolverine claws back here. What else do we got? We have his helmet and his pistol. I might open this during the review. I'm not really sure. We have like the Red Weasel, the Blood Wolf, Wolf Trooper. There's the Assassin Skeledrones, the Skeletron. I'm getting the 6-inch version of that. 6-inch version of the Jungle Wolf Troopers. 6-inch version of Geyer Wolf. I'm getting the Red Weasel accessory pack to turn one of my Wolf Troopers into a Red Weasel. Yeah, what's he look like? Figures the year I get him, and now like I just backed the Rattler and the real Wild Weasel's showing up. So good timing on that, guys. Okay, so it looks like I do get at least some sort of stand, because I didn't order the flight stand, and I'm kind of kicking myself for that. But it looks like there might still be some sort of stand, if not the full-blown flight stand. These are the guns. That looks so cool. And then this is the seat for the 6-inch figure. The controls articulate a bit. Look at the detail work. I don't want to do a full review just yet, but like, let's turn, I should just keep this light on. But like, look at the detail work on the controls right there. And the handles to hold on to, that's going to look awesome. The seat itself, like here's where it pegs in. I don't know what this back peg is for, unless like if they have backpacks, you can peg their backpack onto the back of the seat for like ejection. That would be so cool. And then like, look at this, like just little touch with this little red piece up in there. That looks so cool. So here is the skull. Oh, there's my blast effects. There's the skull, like the size, actual size of human skull. No, I don't know. Rear guns. Oh, check out, speaking of glowing paint jobs, check that out with the thrusters right there. That two-tone paint, looking like the engines on the back of an X-Wing of the Millennium Falcon or something. This, I think, is where the prisoner transport goes. Here's the jaw. It says it articulates, but it's kind of sticking. And I don't want to force anything. Oh, there we go. Okay. So this comes down, and then that comes down. Oh, and there's our anchor points. Oh, and I'll bet this, I don't know what that goes to. how crazy that looks. Look how awesome that looks. Now, from what I understand, the gentleman who sculpted and created the first Roboskull that was part of Action Force, from what I understand, he helped with the design and the creation of this one too, which is awesome. Okay, so how's the canopy? Okay, there we go. Does it? Ah, okay, so it comes up and then it comes forward a little. And there you go. I'm going to have to look at the instructions because I'm assuming it's going to have to come off more than that to be able to get in there and get the 6-inch figures in there. But check that out. Oh, wow, look at the control panels in there. Look at the detail work on the interior of this thing. That is nice. These are decals right here. Those aren't paint apps. Those are decals. But like we have our rear gunner seat back there. And it looks like the forward and rear seats are mirrors of each other. It's just that the rear seat sits a little higher. And it also looks like the 4-inch seats. There we go. Let's set that down for now. The 4-inch seats are just smaller versions of the 6-inch seat that we took a look at already. So let's set this aside for now. And I just want to see how this looks. Yeah, there's our mounting points. There you go. And it goes from an attack craft to a fighter pod. Oh, that's going to be awesome. That's going to be so awesome. All right, let's get the wings out. Let's see if I can put this thing together on camera without screwing anything up. So first, all right, there's going to be a jump cut. Well, I'm not going to make you watch me unpack all of this, but once I get this unpacked, we'll be right back. Okay, so we're not going to do a full-on review of this thing, not right now, not just yet, but I did want to get the pieces out of there, and I do want to pop the wings together. But before we do that, I want to take a look at what is in this big envelope. I only have flipped the top. I haven't actually looked inside yet, so I'm not entirely sure everything that's in here. I'm assuming one thing is going to be a decal sheet. But let's take a look at what we got. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, it's like, is it a big decal or is this like, no, it's like a poster print of the Roboskull, kind of like those old blueprint prints that we used to get with the G.I.Joe, that it shows you like ion propulsion thrusters, titanium alloy reinforced blast shield with arrows pointing with lines going to everything, like the blueprints that we had with G.I. Joe figure or G.I. Joe vehicles, transport unit, cryo something equilibrium receptacle. That is where they haul the prisoners. We'll take a look at that in a moment. What else do we have in here? Okay, so we have a instruction manual. We have decals. Oh, this is cool. These are decals of what's in the cockpit. So if those start to go bad or if they start to peel, we have backups for them, which is always awesome. And then we have, whoa. This is like sketch art style, black and white decals. These aren't even like decals. These are stickers. I don't know if you can hear that. It has kind of like a, almost like a charcoal paper texture to it. That's very cool. I don't know what I would do with those or if I'm going to put them on, but that's really cool. I suppose there are places on there you can put them on. I'll have to look at this. Okay, so some of the things that it says to put together are already put together, like the rear guns and... Okay, it shows you what to do with that stand, how that stand is meant to hold up the prisoner transfer. And yeah, like that was one thing that I thought, that if you're not using a 6-inch figure, they show you how to put them in there more properly. But like this is the prisoner sarcophagus, whatever you want to call it. And since I'm using 6-inch figures instead of 4-inch figures, and a 6-inch figure won't fit in there, you can use it to carry and deploy the assassin drones. That's so cool. It shows you in here a better way to do it, to line them up in there. So I will take a look at that. Oh, they just lay flat on their backs. Wait, what? Oh, there's sockets on the, hold on, let me get behind the camera. There's sockets on the back of their skulls right there. And there are pegs in the bottom here so that, let's see, if I take these out and then turn these so that they'll lay flat. Okay, yeah, the pegs are very long and they're translucent plastic. I don't know if they're fragile, but I was treating them like they were fragile. But yeah, the sockets on the back of the drone skulls pegs right in. So then they can be in here ready to deploy whenever it lands. Oh, I'm going to have a blast with this. Now, the only thing I'm going to put on is the wings. And what I really like about this is there is a slot in there so that you can't put the wings on wrong. Because I was looking to see if there was like a left side and right side, but they pretty much mirror each other. Dun, dun. Okay, so this has wording on it. I don't think that's real language though. Like right there, I don't think that's real. So, but there is a groove or a slot right there, and there is a groove on the wings right here. And do they basically just mirror each other? Check the manual and see what it says. Okay, so top view doesn't really say anything. Firmly press wing and cone into the skull. This requires force, and do not attempt to remove after attaching. Note each wing is L or R specific. Oh. So is there is. Okay, cool. There's an L right there. And there's an R right there. So this would be the right side. Okay. So right side, right side. All right. Be very... Is that it? I guess so. Okay. And there we go. There is our Roboskull. I like that the panels here are translucent plastic. Also, these are hinged so they can go out, or you can fly a TIE Interceptor if you want to. Angle the wings in. They also rotate because that's how it lands. Then these scissor out. Out, out, rotate, and then it lands like that. Oh, that looks so mean. That looks so mean. Do that on an angle too. Look how cool that looks, man. Oh, okay. So some other stuff that we have here, oh, I just covered them up. We have blast effects for these cannons right here. We have the mini guns, as well as, I'm not entirely sure what these are. I don't know if these are like glow in the dark, if they're supposed to be energy pods, but we have the Gatling guns that can fit into the eyes. So those fit in, and these fit into the eyes too. So you can have like these green sockets in there. Get in there. So you can have the green sockets, or you can have the mini guns. I'm really hoping those green sockets glow in the dark, because that would be really cool. That would be really cool. And then this right here, this sockets onto the bottom underneath the chin. Got to bring that down a little. Let's take a look at the instructions again here. Lower and straighten the chin gun assembly connector. Insert pin and push chin gun assembly from bottom until it clicks into place. We'll bring that straight down, and then we'll pop this in. Whoop. There we go. There we go. Okay, there. It just seats. Whoops, sorry. It just seats right in there. Oh, that's awesome. Let's put the other green eyeball in. So this is my first look at my Roboskull, and I don't know how much I'm getting on camera and how much I'm not. I'm a one-person crew right here. And I've honestly been focused more on this than I have the camera. So, oh, and back here, actually, if you see right here, this is where you fit Captain Solo in, so that it just looks like it becomes part of the ship, which is even cooler since I'm going to be using it to transport those assassin drones. So we have this. Does this actually work as a stand? Okay. Okay. So what it does is, let's bring this down a little bit. So that little stand, I don't know if you saw where I plugged it in at. Let me get this out of the way. It just plugs into the bottom of the chin gun right here. And then the wings will balance on themselves. Now, it wouldn't stay like this, like it's using the wings to help support it. It wouldn't stay on the wings, it would fall forward. But what this allows you to do is, while it's not a full-blown flight stand, well, let me make sure you can actually see. Yeah. So while it's not a full-blown flight stand, what it does is it's allowing you to pose it in flight mode with the wings down instead of always having to have it in the landed position. I appreciate that. I really like that. Once the flight stands go up for sale on Skeletron's website, and I will put a link to that in the description below, but once the flight stands go up for sale on Skeletron's website, I am 100% getting one. Especially after I saw how good the Dragonfly looks with its flight stand. It's making me really regret not getting the flight stand with this. All of this wash on here wasn't on the rendered photos, the Kickstarter photos. I really dig this. Like, this was like a skull with a helmet on. I really like that. And I really like the wash going across the front of the jaw right here. This plugs into, I believe, the mouth guns. Bring that down and then open the mouth. Yeah, and then it will fit in here. At least I believe it fits in there. Yeah, there we go. So that it can just spew electricity as it's strafing the ground. That's, oh my gosh, this thing is so awesome. This thing is so awesome. No lights, no sounds. That is definitely where like the Hasbro, the HasLabs have it. But just the playability of this, the function of this, this is by an indie company. Like, how insane is that? I know we've been getting some really good stuff from Ace. I know we've been getting some really good stuff from, I can't think of any of the other indie toy manufacturers that are making vehicles right now. And I apologize to any of them that are watching. But the fact that this is like an indie company, like, this is fantastic. I can't wait to do a full dive review on this, to get some figures in there. I can't wait to get the 6-inch figures that are going to be coming with this. And then most of all, I can't wait for these to go up on sale on the Skeletron website so that I can get the flight stand for this. One more thing I want to do, I'll be right back. I want to grab a Joe figure and plug him in, or at least stand him here and see the size. Okay, so here's the Roboskull next to the Cobra Island Cobra Island Target exclusive Cobra Trooper. There is one of the assassin drones to give you an idea of how tall they are. And putting the tape measure to this thing right now in landing mode, going to the top of the wing section here, that is approximately 12 inches exactly to the top right there. And the wingspan across is about 11 inches. The skull itself, from the front of the chin gun to the back of the cockpit, looks like you're looking at 11 inches right there too. So it doesn't have a horribly large footprint either. And that's something else that I really appreciate about this. Because if you remember my Dragonfly review, one of the bitter pills there was about that, as well as the upcoming Rattler, is that it takes up some serious shelf space for only 2 figures. Now, this only seats 1 figure, but we also have the assassin drones. The footprint isn't that large. We could have ground crews working on this as well. There's so many possibilities with this. Like, they could be swapping out the eye sockets and putting the mini guns in. I don't think there's any like access panels like there are on the Dragonfly or the Hiss tank, where like you could get into the engineering of it, but it's still cool. It's a little wobbly in the landing pose. So I, once again, doubly appreciate now that we have this, that it doesn't have to stay in this landing position. You can put it in like sort of flight mode and give it a little bit more of a sturdier resting base. I also like how like the scissor wings here are translucent plastic, smoked translucent plastic as well. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this, and I really hope you come back whenever I do the review of it. Something else that showed up today, by the way, this is Black Friday. This showed up on Black Friday. I really thought my video for Chapter 2 of Spirit Queen's Torment, that's actually going on right now while I'm recording this. I really thought that was going to be the last video. I wasn't expecting to get this by the end of the month. But in addition to this showing up, the Mega Constructs, let's turn off the light, the Mega Constructs G.I. Joe set showed up today too for the Sky Striker and the Hiss tank. So in addition to the Advent Calendar openings, we have quite a bit G.I. Joe that we're going to be taking a look at, because we already had stuff that we still had to take a look at as well. But we're definitely going to be looking at this. Oh, and the D&D figures. So December is going to be packed, and I really hope I can get through it all, and I hope you're there to join me. Don't forget, starting tomorrow, December 1st, Advent Calendar openings. We have 2 Advent calendars to open. There will be a video every day opening those. I have a lot of fun doing them. We have some regulars that come back every year, and watch and comment on them. So join us for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hello everyone, thank you for making it to the end. November is our annual fall fundraiser for Toys for Tots. Every year we host this drive where through your donations, Uncle Britt and I are able to go toy shopping to purchase toys for needy families to get them through the holiday season. It's a worthy cause and an organization that's very close to my heart. If you're interested in donating, please click the link in the description below or this video right here. And while you're in the clicking mood, please remember to like and subscribe. It helps out the channel immensely, and that's free. So remember, play well everyone, stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, thank you for watching.